On the evening of April 26, 1982, a policeman by the name of Bum-kon would carry out a devastating drunken rampage on several South Korean villages, killing and wounding over 90 innocent men, women and children. But what exactly drove this 27-year-old ex-military man to commit the second largest mass shooting the world has ever seen? Our case today takes us to South Korea, home of K-pop, kimchi and one half of the world's most militarized border. It's here, 200 miles southeast of Seoul, in the metropolitan city of Busan, that our story begins. Bum-kon was born on the 24th of February 1955. Unfortunately, we know hardly anything about Woo's early years, including his childhood, family and school life. We do however know that Woo joined the Republic of Korea Marine Corps in the mid-1970s after turning 18. It was here that Woo made a name for himself, displaying superb marksmanship ability until his discharge in 1978. From here, he went to work as a police officer and was assigned as a guard at the Blue House, the official residence of South Korea's president and the most protected official residence in the whole of Asia. The area surrounding the Blue House is said to be the most blessed place on earth, with many people claiming it attracts success. This, however, was not the case for Woo, as he would only last 8 months serving as a Blue House guard before developing a dangerous drinking habit that would get him demoted and transferred to the South Korean National Police, stationed in one of the most isolated and least populated parts of the country. It was here in the town of Kungyu that he would meet his future girlfriend, Chun Mal-soon. The couple moved in together shortly after they began dating, much to the dismay of the local residents and their families. Kungyu was a very rural town and the majority of its population had very conservative views regarding relationships and marriage. Woo's neighbours made their disapproval of the unmarried couple living together very clear, and actively resented him and his girlfriend for not getting married. Chun would later go on to say that many of Woo's problems were a direct result of the disapproval from both his family and the local community. The couple lived relatively peacefully in Kungyu for around 2 years, until the morning of April 26, 1982. Woo was awoken abruptly by his girlfriend swatting a fly off his chest. This small act enraged Woo and an argument broke out between the couple. Woo then stormed out of the house and made his way to the police station where he reported for duty at 4 PM. While at the station, he began drinking heavily, consuming large amounts of whiskey during his shift. At around 7:30, Woo returned home and after another argument began beating his girlfriend and destroying furniture in a drunken rage. From here, Woo returned to the police station and offered to relieve the officer on duty, which he quickly agreed to. This, however, was just a ploy to gain access to the station's well-equipped armory, where he would start planning his 8-hour killing spree that was just about to begin. Woo gathered several weapons including 2 M2 carbines, 180 rounds of ammunition, and 7 hand grenades before starting his journey back towards the town. At approximately 9:30 PM, Woo's rampage would begin. Using one of the M2 carbines he stole from the police armory, he shot his first victim outside of the local post office. After making his way inside, Woo shot and killed the 3 phone operators and then cut off the telephone lines for the town, preventing anyone from calling for an ambulance or the police. From here, he made his way to the small town of Karongi, where he threw a grenade at a local marketplace and shot at passers-by, killing 6 people. After hearing shots coming from the village, Woo's girlfriend decided to go and investigate. When she arrived, Woo showed no remorse and shot her in the leg, badly injuring her. From that point on, Woo proceeded from village to village using his position as a police officer to gain entry to houses and shoot their inhabitants. At 10:30 PM, Woo took 18-year-old Kim Ju-dong hostage and ordered the youngster to buy him a drink from the local grocery store. After getting his drink, Woo shot and killed Kim before turning on the store owner and his family. Woo continued his rampage throughout the town, killing 18 people in the process, before making his way to the nearby village of Pyeongcho-ni. Here, he broke into a small family home, crept up the stairs, and shot the family of 4 in their beds while they slept. After leaving the house, he was spotted by a local resident. Seeing an armed police officer in uniform, the man asked what was going on. Woo explained that the local police were on high alert as North Korean agents were spotted in the area. Thanking Woo for his service, the man proceeded to invite him in for dinner, and explained that they were hosting a wake at the house and had a number of guests inside. As he ate, Woo complained to the man and his guests about his low salary, and made his anger about his transfer to the countryside very clear. As they proceeded with the meal, one of the guests mentioned that Woo's ammunition looked fake. Woo responded by shooting the guest and a further 11 people in the house, before moving outside and killing 8 more innocent people in the street. Although police had been alerted within minutes of the first shot being fired, it took them over an hour to gather a 37-man team to search for the gunman, and it took them another 3 hours to alert the National Police headquarters in Seoul. By this time, Woo had made his way to a small farmhouse located just 2.5 miles from the police HQ. The farmhouse was owned by a 68-year-old man who lived there with 3 of his family members. Woo quickly told the family that he was chasing a communist infiltrator and asked them all to gather in the front room, where he proceeded to take them hostage. It took 2 hours for police to arrive at the farmhouse, and as they made a move to arrest him, Woo detonated 2 grenades, killing himself and 3 of the 4 hostages he held inside. This brought the total number of deaths Woo caused to 56, with a further 35 people injured, and marked an end to the worst 8 hours in South Korea's history.